What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Queedalee, and I am back again with another godly word. Alright, you guys, time to get right into it. The point of this video today is 2 dreams that I had about Cardi B, also a video that God brought across my attention that led me to make this video. Before I get into that, though, I want to just say I thank everyone who come across this video, who may click on this video. I pray and I hope that this video at least helps one person at the least. I appreciate you tremendously. God is really putting me in an uncomfortable position, putting myself out there, speaking my truth, telling my story, things that my own family don't even know about. Like, they might just come across these videos and find out, a thing or two about me. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of this stuff just been bottled up in me over the years. Just trauma, just all kinds of things. And before I found God, before I turned my life back around and decided to give God another chance, these is all the things that I've been going through, and God has been really opening my eyes and showing me who I am, helping me heal, giving me the answers to my prayers, and I just truly thank Him for that. I thank Him for the people that He have brought into my life to help me along my journey. I truly thank God for them, and I truly thank them for all the help, everything that they have done for me, whether they know they did or not. Some people I have talked to, some people I haven't had the chance to. But hopefully, one day God sees fit. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to say that. So alright, let's get into this video. So I had 2 dreams about Cardi B. I've been seeing a lot of prophetic word videos about Cardi B. And lately I just been seeing a lot of videos about her, short videos about her, just a lot of stuff about her. And I also had 2 dreams of myself. I didn't bring the book that I wrote those dreams down in, like my journal, because I usually write all my dreams down. But when I go back home, when I edit the video, I just edit it into the video to show my proof, because I'm a different type of learner. I'm a visual learner. I gotta learn, hands-on, that type of learning. I always despise school. I could never just focus on the words. Like, I can read, but it's just like, as soon as I get done reading the page, it's like I forgot that fast. I have to go back and reread. So my focus is not all the way there with that. So I asked God to please speak through me through other ways, because I can read the Bible, but in how the Bible is worded, it's really hard for me to understand and grip exactly what God is trying to tell me. And even if I Google it and I put the new version and then just say it, try to say it as plain as clear as possible, I still don't fully understand. So I asked God to bring other things my way to help me fully understand, whether it's through movies, songs, numbers, dreams, whatever He sends my way. I try to catch it, So yeah, so the first dream I had about Cardi B was a while ago, I believe. And in a dream, I just remember it was like a party, like maybe she was performing or something. I'm not really sure, but it seemed like a theme, a concert, something like along the lines of that. And I remember someone that I had with me was this girl from school, and I'm not really sure what her purpose of being in my dream was. Maybe we all had something in common, since what I'm about to get to. But yeah, I remember her being with me, and we went to the concert, the party together, whatever the theme was of what we was attending. And I remember us being like in this room, looked like a backstage room or a VIP room or something like that, with Cardi B. And I remember in the beginning of the dream, me and Cardi B we just kept getting into it, like our personalities kept clashing. And I remember her telling me how she didn't really like me in so many words. That was cool, that was fine. It went on. We actually went to the event, whatever it was, came back to the room, and I remember by that time we was so cool. We was like best friends. She even told me like, you know what, you ain't that bad. You ain't bad at all. And it's so funny because I love Cardi B. I've been watching her since she went, you know, if you know a little bit about her own love and hip hop. And for me, I always look beyond what people show. So I always read and feel people's heart. I judge off your heart. Like, you can always tell, or at least I can always tell how pure your heart is or not. So I go based off that. And Cardi B just seemed like such a loving person, like very misunderstood like me. So I just loved her. I always loved her. So yeah, she was like, yeah, you cool or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, that was the end of that dream. I never knew what the dream meant. I always asked God what the dream meant, and I just never could get the revelation for it. So I had another dream about Cardi B. In this dream, you guys, it seemed like it was another event. It seemed like it was more of a smaller scenery. Maybe like, if I could describe what kind of building it was, I'm not sure. Like, I'm not even sure. I really want to say a church. I really want to say a church-like building, like a meeting room or something. And I remember my aunt being in it, and I remember my mom being in it, and it's just a whole bunch of people being in the dream. And they was going into the room, like signing their names or turning a ticket in or something. They're going into the room. When I seen my aunt go in the room, I was worried. I wasn't worried for her or feel worried like that. I was just like, you know, what I'm doing in the dream, because I was fully aware of the dream. Some dreams I have, I'm not aware. Some dreams I'm in the dream. Some dreams I'm just observing the dream. Some dreams I can talk. Some dreams I can't, you know. And this was one of the dreams where I could talk. I was fully aware. I was confused on what was going on in the dream, you know. Especially when I see my aunt, she signed the paper or turned her ticket in, went in. Then I see my mom come in and turned around the corner to do the same thing I just seen my aunt do. And I ran up to her. I'm like, Mom, can you get me in? She was like, girl, you better come on. Like, exactly how my mom talking real life. Like, girl, you better come on. So I went in with her. And I remember seeing Cardi B in there with her family. And they was sitting down already. And fast forward, I just remember the ending when I was walking out. The scenery outside, it was very bright outside. It looked very nice. It looked clean. The air looked like it was fresh. You know, if I could say, I just had a real good feeling that we was in Atlanta. That's just how Atlanta looked when I visited there. So I would say, just off my feelings, like we was in Atlanta. In a dream, I never had a red car. It was a red Impala. I never had one of those. If I could say, it really looked like my cousin's car that she just had. She just turned it in. She just had a car like that, and it looked just like her car. So I would say maybe it was her car. I was walking to the car, and Cardi B was following me. And she was trying to get my attention. She was like, hey, you know, however how she was trying to get my attention. By this time, I got to the car, opened the car door, and you know, like when you open the car door, you stand on the car and look over the top part up here. That's what I did. And I'm like, yeah, you know, what's up? And she like, are we friends? And she just, the way she said it, she just seemed like she was trying to confirm or be assured that we're friends, like we cool, right? Like that's how it seemed. And I'm like, yeah, you know. So, and that was the end of that dream. So when I watched the video from earlier that I ran across from Henry and Monic, it brought that back up to me because they talked about a dream that they had about Cardi B. And I won't go into detail about their specific dream, just the topics that reminded me about my dreams, how God brought it back up to me and said how this relates, you know, giving me confirmation and, you know, answers to what I've been asking him for. So, and again, that title of their video, I'll link it down in the description box below so you can have that if you want to go check that out. But it is titled Cardi B Will Rise, and that was 4 years ago that they made the video, and I just ran across it today this morning. So when I try to understand my videos, I always try to look up, you know, dream interpretations. Nothing ever matches up to what I'm looking for, basically. Nothing seems like it's the answer to what my dream could mean. None of the dreams is at least almost similar to the dreams I have. Like, it just would be really off, so I always be left confused. And in the video with Henry and Monique, they said topics about how characteristics of Cardi B, what type of person she was, how she was going to rise to the top, how she's different, how she's bold, how she's been picked on as a child, how she's pure at heart, how she's honest. And when I thought about it, it sounded like there was, explaining me too, telling my personality, how I am. So I was thinking in the video, and like in some other videos I come across about dreams, they always say how does that person, if you have a dream about celebrities, how does that person relate to you in your life? And at first, when I asked myself that, I couldn't come up with anything, but at the time I can't say I was thinking about all the wrong things, so I didn't think we related at all. But I can honestly say now we relate in so many ways. I even went back to videos that actually had interviews of Cardi B talking about her childhood and stuff, and it literally brought me to tears how similar we can relate, from being picked on as a child to feeling like you have to be somebody else just to fit in with people, to whatever stuff that you don't do that's not you, but you do just to fit in, to be cool with the cool kids, not to get picked on. Anything you could do to not do that is basically what we did. I got picked on about having a little body, having no big private part areas like some girls did. And this was like 4th, 5th grade. Like, what are we doing with big, chest areas? Like, I got picked on about so much stuff, and that video really brought me a lot of clarification over my life as to what God was trying to tell me. God is really about to do a new thing. It's about to shock everybody. It's shocking me. It's shocking me to even know that I can honestly talk to God like I'm talking to God. Like, it still blows my mind. It still blows my mind that He chose me to be the living vessel that He used to speak to others, to help others. I always had the heart to help others, because I went through hell. I went through hell through my life, from being abused, from being touched on as a kid, from being picked on as a kid, from not being raised by my parents, to living without water, lights, sometimes food, to have the bare minimum. Like, I never had more than enough. I always had enough, under enough, just enough to last. It was something like that. I always been humbled. And I just thank God. He's really saying that the last are first. God told me that I have a voice. God said He has a lot of things to say through me, and it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous to know that He's really encouraging me to get on here and put myself out there on video, because it's hard. It's hard to talk about this type of stuff. It's hard to revisit. Like, I heal and I let it go and I ask for forgiveness for both parties, released it. But to bring it up again and tell so many people, to help so many people, like, I know it's going to help so many people, but to actually talk about it is very uncomfortable for me as of right now. But I am trying to please God and do what He tells me to do, because you got to do what God tells you to do. So I ask that you guys just be patient with me. I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. I will say this many a times in many of videos, because I think people forget that nobody's perfect. Like, please don't put me on a pedestal. Please don't look up to me as this person. Like, I just don't make mistakes. Like, I'm not human just like you, because I'm very much am. I very much am. We all make mistakes. I am right in my wrongs. And yeah, so I know God is telling me I am chosen. I have a voice. I have a purpose. And it's bigger than me. It's way bigger than me. I still can't even fathom. I still can't even imagine exactly what it is still that God has me doing. I'm just walking out on faith and doing it one step at a time. He said put a video out, put a video out. He put something on my heart to put out. I'm going to do it as best as possible. And I just hope you guys understand. I know everyone learns things differently. I know everyone doesn't learn the same. Like I said, for me, it's hard for me to just read the Bible and fully understand just off the Bible. I need other things, to clarify, So that's what I'm trying to do for you guys, for people who may be just like me. So I hope this video really helped you guys. And yeah. Let me relook, make sure I said everything. Yeah, you guys, so that's basically it. God said you are important. For all those that people told you would never be nothing, like for me, people told me I would be just like my mom, just lay on my back and just have a lot of kids. My mom had me at like 13, 14. Still don't have any kids. I'm doing great for myself. I'm humbled. I'm blessed. I'm stress-free. I'm at peace. I'm at the right time, at the right place, period. And yeah, I just thank God for working through me. I thank God for healing me. I thank God for putting peace into me. And you guys, I still go through stuff every day, but with God, like, he just makes everything feel lighter. Like, seriously. So yeah, you guys, God is raising a lot of his children up. The last are now first, and of course the first are now last. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed. Stay loving on yourself. God loves you. I love you. And let's be on our journey to salvation.